Oh, here comes one. Here he comes. Okay, we're hooked up. Whoa. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Something pretty amazing happened here over these last couple weeks. We were seeing minus 10, minus 15, even minus 20 for several days in a row. Now, this is a really narrow opportunity to get out here and get on these fish because it's not frozen all the way across, which means the first time we get a south wind, it'll start blowing water up in here and it'll pretty much blow this ice out. Flathead Lake's big, and when the water's moving, it just eats the ice up. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are on the bottom. Oh, here comes one. Here he comes. Okay, we are hooked up. I have no idea what it is. 4-pound test. Kind of feels a little whitefishy. Oh, it's a whitefish. Nice, dude. That's a pretty good one. If I was keeping fish today, that'd be about perfect. Nice lake whitefish. Not the target species, but it's real tough to complain about that. Okay, cool. Caught a whitefish. Just set up this jaw jacker rod real quick, like. To maximum power. I'm just gonna let that fall to the bottom. Okay, there's the bottom. I'll show you what we're gonna do here. So we know that bait's on bottom because we have slack in our line. And I don't have a lot of slack in it, maybe like, I don't know, 20 inches. So the idea is Mr. Lake Trout swims by, picks the bait up off the bottom, swims for just a couple of feet before he trips the lever. Hopefully that rod is stout enough and something awesome will happen. So go get him. You know, I'm assuming that there's some peamouth down there, maybe some perch fry, and we know that there's for sure some whitefish down there, and all of those are, natural food source for the Lakers in here. So we're in a good spot as far as, food sources go for the lake trout. We'll see if we can actually trick one into eating. I would think it would be fairly obvious. I would think it would be a large mark moving fairly quickly up the screen, and without a whole lot of hesitation, I would assume there would be some pretty good commitment. There's a fish. That one made it. Must be a whitefish. Yep, another whitefish. Okay, it's gonna be the day of the whiteys. Okay, cool. Well, these are in here. There should be some big Lakers in here, maybe chasing them around. All right, buddy. You got it? You got it. Good fish. So unfortunately, on this very next hook set, I accidentally unplugged my microphone, which I was super disappointed about for obvious reasons. And what made it even more frustrating was that it happened on our last whitefish. Seriously, every fish that I hooked from this point on was a lake trout. It's not a total loss though. I still had all the footage and I want to make the best of it. That being said, it's time to move on to some lake trout. Sound good? Sounds good. And just like that, we hooked our first lake trout of the day. Now, this first one is actually the smallest of the three that I caught. However, it was the most important one. And the reason I feel that way is because as I was getting ready to release this fish, he gave us a little piece of information in the form of a perch minnow that he had spit up and left on the ice. This let me know that I was using the correct lure and that I could continue on without making any immediate changes. And that's exactly what I did. I added a few fresh maggots to increase the scent factor and dropped right back down. This next one was definitely an upgrade given the head shakes and the overall pressure, so I was just going to take my time and land this fish when he was good and ready. That's what I wanted to do anyways, but the lake trout had other plans. As I was fighting this fish, my jaw jacker that I had set up earlier went off, and all of a sudden I was doubled up and in full panic mode. I'm only using 4-pound test on this rod, so I can't push this fish too hard. And finally, after a couple more minutes, I got this first one up to the bottom of the ice. Now I just have to get his head started up the hole so I can get my hands on him. These Lakers are so much fun to catch, and even more so when the water's cold like this. It just seems like they have so much more energy in the colder temps. After a quick inspection, I deemed this fish healthy for release and sent him home. So awesome. Now let's hurry up and go get this other one.
The fish on this jawjacker has already been hooked for about 3 minutes, so I was thinking we should land him fairly easily since he's already burnt most of his energy. And I was completely wrong about that last statement, because when I grabbed the rod, he woke right up and he had plenty of energy left for me. This fish again was bigger than the last, so I was pretty relieved that I had hooked him on this heavier setup because he was pulling really hard. Right here, my worst nightmare almost came to life as he spit the bait on his way out. Luckily, I'm from the Matrix and grabbed him no problem to save myself the embarrassment. Now that is a beautiful fish. Let's give him a good once over to make sure he's in good shape, and just like all the other fish I caught today, we're gonna send him back home. Thanks a bunch for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.